DC here, and I survived the tornadoes and the storm. Okay, guys. Yeah, we hid in the bathtub. The only reason I got in the bathtub was because Betsy wanted in the tub, and she hates baths, and I figured if she was that scared of the storm, there must be something. And the tornado sirens were going off, and I'm like... Then I got a thing on my phone that said, warning, warning, a tornado is in your area, take shelter now. And I'm like, okay, dog wants in the bathtub, too many factors. But nothing happened. Thank heavens, to me. So I haven't heard the news yet, if anybody else got hit, or if. So I am finishing up that clumsy jerky recipe. As I said, just throw whatever you want in there and taste it until you're happy. Onions, garlic, liquid smoke is nice. I actually went back and added liquid smoke. And things just brightened up in here considerable. And now I'm just putting it in my new little dehydrator, which I had not talked about, because I was kind of disappointed and shocked when it came in. It was inexpensive. I read the stats on it, but I guess I wasn't, thinking real clearly. I should have got like scissors out and a ruler and maybe made me a little scale model, because it's awful tiny compared to my regular one. See there? It is about half the size, sitting on top of my big one that quit working. Thank you, Weston. So here it is, and it's very, very small. But, I'm kind of happy with it. I like this door with the window in it. I don't know what brand this is. It doesn't really have a brand on it. I know that, I'll try to remember to link it below. I know that it was $99, and that was all I cared about, because I needed another dehydrator. And it's in centigrades. So it's not American. I got to figure out how many centigrades 45 is in temperature. Oh, it's funny how we're raised, isn't it? Okay, so I had let this soak overnight in the refrigerator, and I have just been loading up these little bitty seeds, the size of my hand, these little bitty trays, but they hold way more than you would think. And then we're going to stack them all up in there. And you can do this in your oven. I'm going to plug the Keto Connect kids for a minute, because they had a genius idea. He put skewers through the top edge and let it all hang off of the skewers lengthwise, and then put it between the grates in his oven. And did it on the lowest setting in the oven for several hours. Kind of cooked it at 170. Brilliant, guys, brilliant. My oven's way too dirty, and the temperature is so wonky on it that, yeah, I can't do that. It's going in the dehydrator. Well, I'm really surprised, because 4 pounds nearly of arm roast cut up, probably about 3.5 pounds, almost 4 pounds of meat, jerky, went in this little bitty dehydrator with 2 trays left. So, color me impressed. I'm going to shut this up. Now, you might be wondering, what was all those seeds and things on there? Well, some of that was mustard seed. Like I said, when you make jerky, just open your spice cabinet up. Have fun. And, like I said, if we could get stevia cola or stevia, Dr. Stevia, that's great for a base. I think smoked paprika would have been good, but I couldn't find mine. I couldn't find my smoked paprika. Anyway, let's have a look. I'm going to set this on high as it'll go, and about 10 hours, and then we'll check it. Okay, power. Time. We're going to go up to 10, 11. All right, well, that's okay. Temp. How high will we go? We're all the way up at 90 degrees centigrade. I think that's good. Now listen when this thing kicks on. Listen to how quiet. It has an on and off button back here. It is the quietest dehydrator I've ever owned. Now, you may say, you could always use an oven, yes. Everyone knows that, all right, on the low setting. I also own a Nesco round one. I love it. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. If you have one that you haven't used in a while, dig it out. It's great for your carnivore diet. And you will have to rotate the trays. That's the only difference. Do you hear this, dog? Angus! What is your problem? You have food, You have water. Oh, is there something in the way of your water? You know there's like tons of water outside. It rained and thundered and there was tornadoes last night. You could go outside to drink. Or are you too good to drink rainwater? Angus. He was whining and barking. How about you, Chickenator? If you're all wondering about Helen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's one sitting on the nest, I know. She is out there among the population. And she is doing really good. I think that limb fell down in there last night. Made a nice perch for him. We may just have to leave it. Came out of that dead tree right there. Yeah, it was quite the storm, I'll tell you. It's funny that it scared Betsy so much she didn't mind climbing in the bathtub with me. Well, actually, she wanted in first. Actually, guys, there's Helen next to Blackie. She's preening, which is a good sign. And her back still has no feathers on it. It's just skin. She says, I'm taking care of it. I'm going to clean it, fix it. Good girl. I have got to get my kitchen cleaned back up so I can mess it up again. Look what I found in the garage. How long's it been since you've seen an all black? And I mean, there is not a speck of white on this baby anywhere. Kitten. I love black cats. I would love to keep this baby. Oh, but there's a dog problem here. Yeah, my dogs hate cats. Well, maybe they love them. They like to chase them down and eat them. This little guy he's too little to be scared. He's a little scared. But he eats because I fed him some heavy whipping cream. Probably not good, but he was hungry. And that's all we had. Yeah. We'll have to get some baby food. Maybe, if I'm lucky, I can get Mr. Man here, I'm sure he's a boy, a good home. I know a lot of other people that like black cats too. We'll just stick him down the shirt for now because he feels safe and he's not scared no more. No. And he's nice and warm. Okay. Yes, why is it whenever I cook, it just turns into a big kitchen mess disaster? I've already told Jennifer she's going to have to come help me in the house. It's getting away from me again. But I have to tell you, Helen got all of her skin scraped off by the dog on her back, just totally ripped. And she hadn't laid an egg since she got wounded. That's the funny thing about chickens. When they get a new environment, stressed, hurt, they just stop laying eggs. So she's been out in population for 3 days now, and this is what I found. Here's the regular egg, and here is the dinosaur egg next to it. I'm wondering, I hadn't had one since Helen got hurt. You think she's the one laying the giant eggs? I bet that's almost a triple yolk there. Oh, well, beautiful. So today I've got to do a recipe with eggs, and I think we're going to do egg noodles, which for the carnivore diet is, I'm understanding, this is not my recipe, it's just common sense and someone else came up with it, is you just scramble eggs, put a thin layer in the pan, and then slice them into noodles. And we're going to do that, and then I'm going to freeze them to put into bone broth when I remember to go to the butcher and ask for bones. Thinking about going to one of these butchers out in the country that people take their grass-fed cows and stuff to, and talking to them about bones, and maybe getting some of that raw cow's milk at the Amish farm. I gotta find a gallon jar I used to have. I wonder where it went. And I'll take you along with me. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Something to do after the storm on a rainy day. Are you having fun? Just to show you guys real quick one of my projects, I beat the snot out of some of these eggs with a beater so that they're very well blended. And then I'm going to put them over here till I make a thin sheet. This is a clarified butter in this pan. I clarified it myself. And I'm just going to coat the bottom of this pan. I've got it on about a 7. I'm going to turn it up here in a little bit. It needs to be a little bit hotter, I think. As I said, my stove is old and broken and not working. I only have 1, 2, 3 burners that work. And so we're going to sit here and wait for this to congeal, cook, and when we do, we're just going to sort of lightly flip it. I don't want to brown it in any way. I don't want it browned. I just want it cooked through, you know, like a sheet of egg, and then we're going to take it out and cut it into strips and put it in baggies. Just to show you that when a normal person tries to make thin eggs and their pan is a non-stick, but it still sticks. Oh well. Not as pretty as the pros, huh? But we're still going to, I've let these cool off, and I think I'll roll them this way. I don't know if I can hold this under my chin and see if you can see. Probably not. And just cut them that way. And make little thin egg noodles that are carnivore friendly. I hope that worked. I had it under my chin. Alright guys, listen. I've been trying to clean up the kitchen. I meant to tell you, I think I erased the video accidentally, where it's been 9 days now that I've been on the keto / now carnivore, because I just decided I couldn't do the difference between clean keto, which was eating more vegetables, or I was going to go dirty keto and just eat, you know, hamburgers from McDonald's. I didn't want to do that. So, my hair's all around here. And so I decided to go carnivore. A lot easier for me. And yes, Dwayne, oh my God, honey, it is so expensive. And Dwayne suggested a Dr. Barry about the carnivore diet, and that guy is good. I really like him. I like Berg also. I like both of them. And I like everybody. I'm just one of those people. And so anyway, I was going to go get some milk. I was going to make my own cheese. Yeah, I love to do that. You know I do. But today is getting away from me. And so I thought, well, I've got everything I can do now to make the noodles and freeze them. And I've got meatloaf left. I have some brats that I got at the butcher's and had him give me. And 9 days without carbs. I've been trying to drink less soda, diet soda. I've gone a couple of days even without having one, and that's huge. But Dwayne is right, it's expensive. He mentioned how expensive the carnivore diet is, and no lie. But I was listening to, I think it's Frank Tulufalo. Boy, I screwed that name up, didn't I? Little kid with dark hair and dark eyes, real cute. And he said, how much is your health worth? And I got to thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? If I have to pull money out of savings to do this, you know, I will. And now you're all wondering, is it doing you any good, Grandma? Because, you know, I wasn't feeling very good at all on it. And I have to say that I've lost 12 pounds of water. I'm just going to call it that, because I'm sure it can't be fat. And that's lovely. I'm happy with that. And I am starting to feel a lot better on the carnivore diet. And Dr. Barry was saying something about genetics, which I was glad to hear. And he said, depending on where your ancestors were from in your DNA, whether you could tolerate a carnivore diet or you needed or could tolerate more vegetables. And it seems that even though I don't like vegetables, never have, and when I eat them, I gain weight. So, yeah, all my family are Vikings and Germans and Northern Europeans. So it could be my DNA just supports a carnivore diet, which is why Atkins worked for me almost 15 years ago. We're going to do it again, guys. We're just going to try it again and see if it works for me. It doesn't work for everybody. Everybody's got to find their own thing, don't we? Isn't it so hard? So much information, disinformation, interpretation. Well, I tell you what, I'm just doing this for myself. And if someone else is out there like me and it helps you too, well, I can die a happy woman. I just hope I won't be in a piano when they carry me out. Like, share, and subscribe to keep up the insanity, guys. I will be going out to a butcher to get some bones later. Today's just getting away from me, and the weekend's coming up. But I will get that, and we'll go get the milk too and make cheese one of these days. We've done it before. We'll do it again. I just wanted to add, you may have seen the boxes from Amazon on my floor. Well, I had ordered something, and forgot what I'd ordered. And this came in. And I'm like, when did I order S&M equipment? You know? I couldn't figure it out. And after I opened it up, I'm like, what in the world is this thing? I'm thinking, it don't fit, it doesn't look right. So I looked on my orders. This is what getting old is so awful. And I had ordered, because I'm trying to figure out a recipe for 0-carb bread, these bread molds. And I did not realize they were see-through. They're like screens. This is, I checked it out again. I'm like, okay, yes, you can actually bake in these. And they shape the bread. These are like a French loaf. And then, after I got them out, I realized, oh yeah, those are bun. I was trying to get something that was a bun shape. So these are like a giant muffin and or bun shaper. Yes, you can see through it. I actually tried it. The bread recipe didn't come out. Another one of my fails I did not put on. But these do work. And they are non-stick. The only thing I will say is they're a little bit hard to clean because you have to boil them to clean them. And I think if I had hot water in a dishwasher, it would be fine. And I'm working on it. Did I tell you they're coming on the 30th? I can't remember what I tell you guys. We're going to farmhouse plumb this place. The guy said, no problem. Everyone else has told me it couldn't be done. I finally found a guy named Bob who said no problem. Thank you, Bob. I can't wait till you get here. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that it was not S&M equipment. And I will still be working with these. They weren't very expensive. But yeah, kind of read a lot to find out that stuff is see-through. Weird, huh?